Well. What's going on back there, huh? That is crazy. Yes, I did take a picture like Kendrick. Yes, it's true. You don't know how hard it was to walk and hold all 4 of these. Award show was a good time though. There's a lot of good about it, a lot of bad about it. I have a lot of thoughts about it in general. Should we talk about the announcements first, maybe? Feels like the announcements were kind of soft by comparison to what they were built up as. They announced the extended lineup at EVO. 8 more games that will also receive medals, that will also be part of the lineup and run on stages. They're just not part of the main game lineup that's going to be in the arena. Those games are Rivals of Aether, Virtua Fighter 5, KOF 15, Blaze Blue Central Fiction, Killer Instinct, Sam Show, Guilty Gear Xrd, and CVS 2. So really cool if you're a fan of any of these games. The other thing that got announced there that's pretty important, the teaser for Grand Blue Fantasy versus Season 2. So I know Sandolphin's coming out really soon. What is this? Is this like a song that someone made or something? Oh, this is the EVO intro song. I was wondering where this is coming from. I was like, who made this? So these are all the new characters that are coming out, right? Galleon, I don't know who this is. Galleon, people were excited for Galleon. Wilness, I don't know who any of these people are. I cannot lie to you. I'm the Meg, awesome, great for you. This character I do know, Lisa, this is one of the characters that was really popular. A lot of people said that they thought this character would be in the game, right? So this is the one that I knew. Yeah, Lisa, that's the one. You know how it is. Anyway, this is cool. Cool that the characters are all coming out and they have a bunch of stuff. I don't really know the characters that well for Grand Blue, obviously, but I'm gonna try them. Other stuff, they announced the announcement of the release date for Hunter x Hunter. I thought it was weird. They said it was gonna be end of this year, but the release date is like July. Have they announced that before this? Also, yeah, I forgot how this game looks, holy. And they added active tag, which I think is so weird. I think this game sounds fun, but boy, the way you guys in the chat and everybody else talks about it, it is getting its ass beat. As someone who doesn't like have that much appreciation for the IP, right? I'm like, oh cool, it looks fun, I'll try it. And then everybody else is like, boo, like yeah, yeah, I don't know if it's the price or like the visuals or what. Like a lot of people feel very weird about it. I'm excited for this game. I'm gonna play it. The thing is like, I wonder, the big thing about this game, I also didn't know who this character was. Like, I was like, Neko Arc? Isn't 2XKO probably also gonna come out around this time? Like, I assume 2XKO will be around late summer, early fall vibes. So this is probably gonna release before 2XKO, right? I don't know if that's better or worse for this game. Everybody will probably stop playing this to go try 2XKO, and I don't know if they'll come back or vice versa. I don't know which is better for the game, but I'm wishing for its success, you know? Oh yeah, I also see this rollback only for PlayStation 5 and Steam versions, so the Switch doesn't have rollback. That is weird. I don't know the IP very well, but it's a versus game made by Aiding, so like I'm down to give it a spin. There's also this trailer. I fuck with the music in this game. I fuck with the way this game looks too. I fuck with both. I think it's the best looking SNK game. I know this is like a Twitter video, so, but I actually like the way this game looks the most. I think it's SNK's best looking game. I like the way this looks more than 13 even though I like the sprites in that game. But 14 and 15 are obviously not high bars to beat. This game just looks awesome, I think. The fucking music every time, bro. This is definitely their best looking 3D game, and it's their best game that they've released visually in a while. And they announced the beta characters as well, 8 characters in the beta. And also they announced the DLC for this game, by the way. Like, who the fuck is Mr. Big? What up, Kane? Who the fuck is Mr. Big? I don't know who that is, but they announced him and he looks hype. He's a boss? Has he been playable before? Anyway, this game is coming out really soon. It's cool. And the uni character, the new uni character is also announced. The biggest thing about this is when this reveal trailer happened, all I can think is like, man, this game's music is so good, dude. It's like so much better. Like, it's so good. It makes me mad to listen to it. Like, I heard his theme and I was like, dude, he looks really fun. I was like, oh man, I'm kind of interested in trying him. Anti-air, evildoer. Yeah, this super's also cool too. The fist. He just fucking bam. This guy's cool. This theme came on and I got hyped. It's pretty soon. Anyway, bangers. These are all the announcements at the EVO Award show. Let's talk a little about the EVO Awards. First and foremost, thanks to all of you for your votes. I appreciate it. Look what you guys have now equipped my house with. This is what they look like. They're little arcade cabinets. They're very heavy. Like, this is a heavy dude. Little American backtops with the 6 buttons in there. These things are really cool. One, it was nice to just like hang out and like be in an event that doesn't have everybody stressed about playing. You know what I mean? Like you're just hanging out, having a good time. Watching Arslan Ash lose, really funny. I don't think he's used to losing. So seeing Arslan watch himself lose every category was cracking me up. Cause like he would lose and just be like, what? Like he kept losing categories and just not knowing what to do. And like, it was just, I was dying laughing. That's why he tweeted like, I gotta do a backflip on stage next year when I win, yada, yada. Yeah, it's the first EVO he's gone to and like not won. I think it's cool to recognize and give people stuff because like, to be honest with you, like I don't really, like I got a bunch of these awards, but like I know people like the stuff I do. It's very nice. But I think there's lots of other categories and people that won that like deserve some praise. Like something like Tong winning, I think, right, is like really cool. You love to see. There's a lot of community people who like work really hard all the time and do lots of cool stuff. And so for them to get recognition about how cool they are, I think is really awesome. Tatakai Tuesday or like the locals win stuff and seeing Yipes get a trophy was awesome. Award shows by their nature are sort of patting yourself on the back, the event, but I think sometimes people deserve it. You know what I mean? Like you just spend every day with people just dumping on you all the time. So it's nice to just like get some love and then just be like, wow, people do like the stuff I do. Yeah, I thought the exhibition was really fun. I think the Marvel 2 exhibition was sick. I think the Fatal Fury exhibition was sick. And I think everybody winning stuff was really cool. I think everybody did a pretty good job on stage. I actually don't think anybody did bad. It's cool to celebrate. It's a cool first pass for something like this. And I think it's definitely an example of something that I'm happy that it exists because we don't spend a lot of time being like, you know who's awesome? Us guys. We did it. We all do cool stuff together in our community. That's great. There's just so much time spent with everybody dumping on each other all the time. Yeah, that's the thing about some of the categories. So some of the things about the event that I thought were funny, things like Ken's crouching medium kick winning over 66L as an example, I know was a pretty hot debate on the internet. People were pretty like, what the hell? Not 66L, this is the Capcom Awards. Thing is, in general, I feel like this about basically every category. You could tell that the group of people who picked everything was very like this. It was a very small pool of people that got selected for things kind of over and over and over. And I wouldn't even say that it was like biased in the sense of like a specific game. They just knew about these specific kind of creators and there wasn't a lot of international pull, but it lacked outside of select people representation, right? There was like so much overlap. Even amongst the same category, I had 2 nominations in the same category for the Slam and Will It Kill. You know, both of them are things that I really care about doing, but like Will It Kill is a 3-year-old content series and it's awesome, don't get me wrong, but like I think I probably didn't need to get double nominated there. The knowledge of the panel, I think, the stuff that they know and they're comfortable with and they're fans of was a pretty small feeling pool of stuff. And in general, it felt like there was not a lot of representation from international stuff and not a lot of representations from like outside of people's like specific knowledge bank. And also there was like 0 women nominated for anything anywhere and like 0 people from outside the US nominated for like almost anything. Besides Hayao, it was like the same 4 people. It was mostly just like US Street Fighter based dudes. That was like the box that most things were in. Don't get me started on the best dressed category. Yeah, I don't get that either. Sherry had like a really nice outfit and went on stage and then the best dressed thing happened. And then I was like looking at some of the fits and it was just cracking me up because I was like, you know, this is their first time doing it. So it's very likely they need to expand where the paneling is from. And like, they can even, I mean, for nominations, I think part of it could be panel, but part of it could also be like, they could announce the categories early, have fan voted nominations as well. You can do both. I think that kind of a format means that you get a wider spread of examples of people who fit stuff. You know, every time you talk about best marketing being a category, you are justifying best marketing being a category. You ever think about that? It's only not a category if you never talk about it. The other thing about the award show is too long. Everybody kind of knows that. But I think most of the stuff that they did was cool. Like it all landed, I think, for most people. Obama did not do a bear crawl in his suit. That's true. That was not on camera. The other thing about the event in general, this is something that is hard to, this is not going anywhere, but you know, it's probably an unsurprising gripe, is that this exists on behalf of Dia, which, as you guys all probably know, if you watched the event and then saw the part where they were talking about Qadiyah as an event, like it's a conflicting feeling because like the whole purpose of this is a sports washing endeavor. And as you know, I did not go to EWC and I'm not going to work any events that are like involved in doing that. It's the same reason why like when the US Army wants to spend money, and like this did happen, I got asked by the US Army to run an event. We want to show everybody how neat and cool the Army is. We'll give you infinite money to run a fighting game event. And I was like, nah, I'm not going to do it. You think I think my government's cool? No, man. But at the same time, I went to the Streamer Awards, which is a non-fighting game event. And like, do I not want to go to the fighting game award show because of this? This is just going to become more and more and more and more common, I think, as time goes on, because I don't know if you've like looked around, but like basically everything is being purchased by Saudi Arabia. And that specific sports watching endeavor is humongous. They have infinite money. They have major investments in every single game and major investments in every single dev or pub, and then also the partnership with EVO itself, right? And I think it's probably only a matter of time until that expands. Yeah, they did go really hard on golf. They did. I mean, they also went hard on wrestling, F1, soccer. Yeah, you can't escape it. No matter what game you're interested in, it's probably into it. And when they appear, they're gonna give everybody infinite money. And like, you know, most people like making money and like having a job. So most people within reason will probably accept all the stuff that they do. Same thing with Esports World Cup last year. I didn't go, but like everybody else went and everybody else made a fortune, and I'm sure had a lovely time. I'm sure the event was fun to do. They come back and then they're just going to do it again next year. And like me not doing it or talking about it doesn't change anything about them doing it or not, right? This event, as an example, only exists probably because they spent money on it, right? Is it like a weird feeling looking at it? Yeah. But on the other hand, I think it's cool to celebrate people in our scene who matter. And I think if you are going to get money for something like this, if you spend it on something like this, to me, like if you're showing actual value that the community is gaining, I feel a lot better about it than like, we got a $40 billion investment from Saudi Arabia. And I'm like, cool. And they're like, anyway, our ticket sales are $400 million and you don't get anything from this. And we are now rich and nothing has changed about us. Okay, bye, you know? But yeah, it is very whack. And not only that, but there will also be categories that are like probably very obviously like, you know that this came from the top down to be in the show. I didn't do Gamers 8 the first year. I didn't do Esports World Cup last year. And like, you know, the amount of money it lost me is like enormous, right? Because like for me to go and do an event like that, I would charge like an outrageous day rate. But like they just happen and someone else gets the money anyway, right? So the only thing that I really take away from it is like, I should just run my own events that like care about the stuff that I care about. You know what I mean? That kind of stuff will never not be important and valuable. And getting people to fund and care about that is probably just the plan, because I think more and more and more this kind of stuff will happen and there's like not much you can do about it. During this stream, I could hear Tasty Steve giving Emily a summary of the entire Captain America and Winter Soldier show from here in my living room. It was hype. I heard him in there. He's like, this dude, John Walker, is a dirtbag, bro. He's Captain America, but he's not Captain America. And he's got the shield, and Sam's all pissed and shit. And you know Bucky was his homie, so he's mad. Yeah, man, he had the super soldier serum and that's all I heard. She said I was gonna watch a 10-minute recap video on YouTube, and he said, no, I got you. That's honestly so real. Anyway, I'm gonna go watch Cap. I'll catch you gamers around.